Woke up this morning, I didn't give a fuck. Took the first sip of my coffee, and I knew I still didn't give a fuck. It's a beautiful morning, and guess what? I don't give a fuck.
It's white boy log radio, got the mic in my grip, dropping truth bombs while these cyber clowns trip. Parodies in the mix, man, we ain't just a show, hunting down the tragedy pimps, letting them know, laughs and facts, that's how we roll. With my fam by my side, yeah, we taking control. Damaged goods with no regrets, but we rock it with pride, just the truth to provide. We don't play with bullies, we stand tall, facing the demons, hear the truth in our call. So if you're ready for a ride, it's strapping tight. White boy and wifey coming out swinging the night, yeah. Chris wit like a razor, sharp enough to cut while we're taking shots at the fakes and the nuts. Social media wildin', but we keep it real. No time for the haters, let them know how we feel. This ain't just a show, it's a battle rap. Spilling the tea on the drama, no cap in my map. So let's get it poppin', can you handle the heat? Step up, little player, bring the truth to your feet. We don't play with bullies, no, we stand tall. Facing the demons, hear the truth in our call. So if you're ready for a ride, it's strapping tight. White boy and wifey coming out swinging the night, yeah. Yeah, man, so if you're vibing, come and join the crew. We're taking back the power, it's the realest debut. With laughter and facts, we'll flip the script. Lockdown radio is where the truth is equipped. So fuck around and find out, but hold tight to your pride. In this world full of noise, let's silence the lies, yeah.
What up? What up? What up? What up? Who's up in the house? What's going on with it? Happy Saturday. What's up, Denise? I see you. Thank you for that. I gotta get it right. I have to put all the pictures with it when it's going on the screen. I'm working on my intro, y'all. I know I need a new one for a long time, but I'm just playing around with it as I'm live. Appreciate it. Love the intro. I appreciate that. What's up, Choco? What's up, Choco? Denise is in here. I see Skunk. Really, Skunk. Oh, that's a good thing that you just reminded me of something, because I have to do an apology off the top here, man. What's up, Carmen? I see y'all in here. Put them on the screen. the pink burrow weirdo. You're just gonna be pink weirdo. You would you like the link? You're just one of these weirdos that super keyboard warrior, and I could sit up here and roast you, but you're just not worth my time or my subs time. But you can gladly have the link and get it off your chest, however you feel. But why waste time even dropping it to you? I already know how this goes. They know how it goes. You would only surprise yourself for having some nuts, unless you chop them off, because I heard you're a woke weirdo anyhow. But screw that person. So with that said, I got to go right back to that. But on this live, I want to talk about this theory somebody sent me. And it is it's pretty interesting because they sent some receipts and stuff with it. And it kind of has to do with something you may have heard. Well, here, let me just tell you how it caught my attention. Somebody emailed me, and I'm reading this, and they're like, if you ever heard Don on my channel or anything like that, he's talked about like CPS and stuff like that many times. So this person thinks that this does kind of tie in with that. And not that it's CPS. I have to explain it, and I need you guys in the comments, because just to break all these down. Sometimes with these cases, there's all these family members and stuff like this, and it gets confusing. But we'll break it all down together. And I have receipts, pictures, and videos, and I'll have to show you. And then we're just gonna have a Trev roast right after that. I'm gonna get the summer stuff first. It's more important. But before I do any of that, man, I did want to apologize to Diamond Creations over there on the farm and Miss Daisy's channel. Last time she was up here, I was doing what I was just doing with that weirdo that I've already forgot their name, and I cussed them out, her out, excuse me, and I was wrong for that, because after the live, I got a text from Miss Daisy explaining that was some troll account. So some weirdo made an account in Diamond's name. So I do owe her an apology. Look, man, if I get something wrong over here, man, it is not a big thing to say I'm sorry. It's just, my ego is not too big for that, man. So I do apologize to Diamond Creations. I shouldn't have said anything. And when I was getting mad, I'm human, just like everybody else, y'all. And I said some things that I shouldn't have said. So I do apologize to you. She actually is good people. I don't know who would make an account of her. It's weird. It's just how this thing goes. Where did all my comments go? That's super weird. Oh, there they go. All right. So what is this? JJJ. What? This person is a weirdo. Did you want the link? What's up, Elevated Truth? If they don't take the link, block them. Let me drop it. Come. I would love to see what you look like. You know why you won't take the link? Because you're probably some goofball that I would have a field day roasting. And I am gonna roast. Do some roasting here today. Diamond's Creations is who I was talking about. Loving the intro, white boy. This is the real Diamond, by the way. Thank you. Okay, thank you. So this was the person from last live. I believe it was that other idiot that's in here that got me going and selling them out, but I'm not going to do that. You have to take the link. I got to see what you look like. I would like to roast people live. This is why none of them creators that I talk about ever come over here, because there's been a couple times in the past, my OGs know that they have took the link, and I have absolutely straight did a comedy session on these people, and they run away. And so they know better. Okay. They know better. And you won't either, pink, whatever you are. And I actually wore a short shirt for you, pink weirdo. And it says, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Now that's basically what I'm trying to say is I give you the $20. You get the payment, but, oh, here we go. No, you got to show your face. No, it's not going down like that. I got a show to do. Show your face, and you can have. I'll put you up here. You got to show your face. I want to see what you look like. 3 seconds. I'll give you a 5-second countdown. Now, so just so you know, guys that are watching this, the weirdo hit the link, but it's an avatar. I'm not talking to an avatar. I don't do Disney movies. Okay, 5, 4, 3. Enable mic. Enable microphone. 2, 1 3/4. And you are kicked from studio. All right. Kicked from studio, but not banned from studio, meaning you can come back with your camera on. All right, guys, look, here's the deal. Skunky, one of my mods, if the pink weirdo is in the comments after this, I just want them blocked because they can still hit the link to tell me whatever grievance they have. What is the grievance? What's the grievance? The grievance box is full right now. So you have to come tell me. Oh, well, anyways, on a serious note, I'm sorry to Diamonds. Diamonds is good people. Okay, they hit the link again. But again, you don't have your camera on. Are you retarded? Are you just retarded or slow? Okay, you don't get a countdown this time. So you're going to get kicked again. Now, you're going to get banned if you do it again. So you can't comment and you can't fake hit the link. But guess what? You'll watch and be quiet. Now who wins? Now who's trolling who? All right, guys, I want to get into this theory. So let's give it a couple of minutes. Let this idiot see what they do. This is like, I mean... Okay, anyway. Did the apology. Okay, so... All right, now you're getting banned. That was easy. So banned from studio. Get your weird ass out of here. Like, it's weird. Imagine like having such a complaint and then not being able to like tell somebody. Could you imagine? Like imagine that like in real life. Like what a weirdo. Like what would you do in real life if this wasn't the internet? Like write me a letter? Like what the hell? Like it's crazy as hell. I can't get jiggy with that shit, people. So they're banned, ban them from the thing, and they're watching now. All right, so this is going to be kind of tough to explain to all my ladies in the chat. It doesn't matter if you're a man or lady. It's like the family dynamics and stuff. We're going to be going over a lot of names, and I'll read this to you, okay? I'll read it to you before I show you this stuff, right? I haven't even told Don or Candace this because I do believe it involves a family member, and it's kind of, it's not a, you'll see. Okay, so here we go. Keeping this as discreet as possible. Let me try to do this. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we have, here we go. I did a lot of research on the case. I also spoke to Candace a lot. I know Dawn too. She has, my theory, Christy Fox Gibson, the head of CPS, was there working with Candace about the reports the week prior to June 15th. Christy Fox Gibson, same person, has a niece, and her name is Stephanie Kirk. She lived in Greenville, Tennessee. Stephanie Kirk works and is best friends with Lida D. Leon. Lida D. Leon is the niece of Candace's sister, Kathy, and brother-in-law. During the second week prior to Summer going missing, Candy made her plan. Candy here, I believe this is Brandis, made plans with her stepdaughter Kathy and her husband Jose, parentheses Candace's sister, to get Summer out of there. When Chris from the interview room did that interview, and she freaked out when he asked about Jose. She thought he caught her. That's why she started freaking out and asked what Jose, because she thought he was talking about her brother-in-law. But then she realized he had no idea. The two women Fred saw in the SUV was Lita De Leon and Stephanie Kirk. Also, Daisy is blank. I'm not going to say her name, whose husband is related to Miss Gibson. When Don says he thinks DCS did it, he is kind of right. It wasn't, though, DCS, but it was people around them and related to Candace. Summer is live in South Carolina originally. Okay, now I have some pictures. So I should have said this off first tip, people. I should have said this off the top, and that's my fault, and I'm doing this now. This live here, people, for the beginning of this live is straight conspiracy theory talk. This is just somebody who's given me a theory, and they're giving me pictures with the words so I can tell you the story. Then we can go back and line people up and stuff. This is nothing factual we're talking about right now. So this is just a theory, okay? Now, next, when we get to Trev, that's all facts. But Daisy is blank. Well, no, I'm reading this, and I don't want to dox her family. You have to understand, right? The person is trying to say that there's a connection there. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that. I'm trying my best to be up here, not dox a creator and their family. So you have to, Now, I have some stuff that everybody understand that. One, if you did. Two, if you didn't. There's a lot of names. There's a lot of if we didn't, then I can't really move on to the videos and photos. Again, this is just theory. Okay, I have never heard this on YouTube. Right? This is something. Why am I reviewing this? Well, it's interesting because the person did their homework, for one. For two, it's somebody who's not just saying, "Oh, it's Don and Candace," with no actual theory or anything with ties to their theory. And it also has to do a little bit with what Don thinks happened. So there's a lot of elements here. That's why I thought it was interesting. Okay. Okay. One, I will read it again. And so back to the Daisy thing. What they're saying at the end is Daisy's farm. Daisy's name is blank. I'm not going to say Daisy's name on YouTube, guys, whose husband is related to Christy. Okay. So there's a tie there. That's all they're saying, right? I'm not trying to bring harm to Daisy. Now, I want to do this one more time so people can understand. Okay. Wasn't that hard, right? I'll start from here. My theory, Christy Fox Gibson, the head of CPS, was there and working with Candace about the reports. The week prior to June 15th, Christy Fox Gibson has a niece. Her name is Stephanie Kirk. She lives in Greenville, Tennessee. Stephanie Kirk works and is best friends with Lita De Leon. Lita De Leon is the niece of Candace's sister, Kathy, and brother-in-law. During the week prior to Summer going missing, Candy Hare made plans with her stepdaughter, Kathy, and her husband, Jose, Candace's sister, in parentheses, to get Summer out of there. When Chris from the interview room did the interview, she freaked out when he asked about Jose. She actually thought he caught her, and that's why she started freaking out and asked what Jose, because she thought he was talking about her brother-in-law. But then she realized he had no idea. The two women that Fred saw in the SUV was Lita De Leon and Stephanie Kirk. Also, Daisy, her name is blank, whose husband is related to CPS. When Don says he thinks CPS did it, he is kind of right. Okay, the end could be anybody's thing. So we have to just basically stick to this theory. So now let me show you what's going on here, okay? Well, there's a couple of things to go with this real fast before I come out to the comments. So also what was included here was kind of I got there's some clips here that came off. Anybody recognize this creator or whatever? I don't know where these there's I got pictures, there's all types of stuff here, right? So and I'll reread it, and I don't know which one of these are in order, but let's give this a whirl right here. So get it.
Kathleen marries him.
Is it not? It's not sharing. Okay. All right. Give me a. Oh, there we go. So give me a 1 in the comments. His volume is good. 2 if you can't hear it. Nothing. All right. Hold on. Let me go back here.
Kathleen marries a man named Jose Diaz and has 2 children with him, Crystal and Kimberly.
Anybody recognize his voice? Dudley, let me take some comments real fast. Dudley said Jose was at the Wells the weekend before Summer disappeared. Okay, so already I think we're getting some things confused. That's why it's a little bit confusing. So the Jose that I'm reading about is not the Jose that you may know about that Justice for Nobody claims has died. And for the record, that guy that people think died, he was last seen in Fort Myers, Florida, which happens to be where I live. Problem is, I don't. I wish somebody would do some research and get me the address or something. I would go snooping around, and here's why: I don't believe anything Justice for Nobody says. I mean, he's been caught like altering photos. He's been caught. Look what he just did in like the Sebastian Rogers case. The guy is like a complete fraud. He's just, I don't believe that dude. And, no one ever like produced receipts of any kind. So like, how am I supposed to just believe? This is why I don't understand with YouTube. I try like my best to bring you guys receipts on everything that I do, even if it's like roasting a YouTuber. If there's something that they did or something, I want to show you so you don't just blindly believe me or whatever, right? And I try to do that my best. But people will just blindly believe this guy. Like there's been no receipts shown on that. So that's why I don't believe him with that Jose. But just so we're clear, this is a different Jose, okay? What's up, Mama Bear? What is it? I know that friend. I'm just having her back for the haters. Who's that? Okay. Chai. Where's Chai at? It was not. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Didn't chase and check too. Don't know. Yes, Mom Bear. You can. Yeah. So I actually learned that from Mom Bear about the Fort Myers stuff. People got to be careful who they put stuff on. Of course. Chai, I know you keep up with cases and stuff like that. Are you familiar with this case? What's your thoughts on this so far? I'll let him also check. Okay. Okay, let me keep this going. So this is just kind of explaining what was emailed, right? And then there's I'm just going to give you some faces with the theory. Now, this is something that's interesting to me. That's why I'm sharing with you guys. I've never heard this on YouTube. Now, I've heard people claim, Grandis, and she hates being called that, this and that, but without any explanation, I'm not one that's going to buy like, the Wells have secret fucking tunnels in their sheds. I just can't go for that, because there's only one shed that's even on elevated land. If anyone's ever been there, the other two are going up the driveway. And for two, like, where are these? Like, I've been in the sheds. I've made a video about this when I was there. But like, why would there be like secret underground tunnels? I mean, every city has that. Our Congress and our president have underground bunkers and stuff. But why like these tunnels? Like, they live on top of a fucking mountain. Where would these tunnels go to? So there's, I just can't get behind like senseless stuff like that, right? Plus, if you really wanted to, you could probably Google, go into the county and get blueprints and all types of stuff, right? Land, all types of stuff that could be easily debunked, right? I'm not going to waste time to debunk it. I just don't believe it, because I know if somebody did, they can. But some theories I just can't get behind, right? And that's why I think a lot of people get mad at me and stuff like that. It's just anything I've seen on YouTube. You can hate the Wells. I don't have a problem with that. But just tell me, like, why nobody can. Nobody, it's always some extra, they sold their kid. I mean, all this is nuts, because I've talked about this and people get mad when I break it down. I think they get mad because I'm like, breaking what they want to believe down. And it's not that at all. It's not that, like, it's not that at all. I'm just telling you how I dismiss or can't get behind a claim like that, right? I'm not going to believe Ziggy and Voices and Ernie Shell when they're telling everybody that Candace is living and dating rap when I know where she's at, right? I'm also not going to believe that, what was the other thing? Just all wild stuff, man. Wild stuff, right? For conversation's sake, she's probably not munching carpets. Be careful what you believe, but people will say everything, man. I don't know. Back to this though. Let me play this. What's up? What's up, Daisy? What's up? Well, shit. I'm gonna send you something. Well, I mean, I could easily have her confirm or deny. I don't want to say, Oh, she don't have to do that. Text her. Let's play this. So all this is like some type of people finder type of a website or whatever. Facebook pictures, whatever this is, name and address. It's not like all of the Wells family hasn't been doxxed a trillion times. They doxed Robin, for crying out loud. But
I wanted to show a few documents showing that they are living in Union, South Carolina.
I'm gonna send you something, babe. You heard? Oh shit.
So with Kathleen and Jose, what you're finding in the records is they're moving around a lot. They also have a house in Connecticut, and they stay in Florida, in Miami, and in Daytona Beach a lot. You see in the documentation and showing they still have a house in Connecticut. They have a house in Jonesville, South Carolina. They hold deed and are on the deed of the house that Kenneth, the brother, lives in, the Kenneth James Bly Jr. It shows him living at 121 Bishop Place, but Kathleen's name is also on the deed. They're showing them moving around a lot, back and forth from South Carolina to Connecticut, back to Florida. They stay like a few months in each place at each time. It's a little odd, actually, how they.
Okay, so personally, I don't really care about that. I mean, I guess it could have some significance, whatever, but the point is the connections or whatever is what I'm focusing on. But, you know, and this is also some screen.
They're showing them moving around a lot, back and forth from South Carolina to Connecticut. Books on the post, their friends, medias are confused at not with Kathleen also.
All right. So go back. Okay. You have to remember, I'm getting this in email form. This is screen recordings, blah, blah, blah. So I believe this is the continued part of where it left off. Let me hit some comments real fast. So again, I don't really care about all what people moving at and this and that. I mean, I understand it could have some, you know, it can add to conspiracy, you know what I'm saying? But that could literally mean anything. And again, if you're just coming in here, this is someone who sent me a theory, and it is kind of something that I heard on YouTube in the past, where people have always blamed Candace's mom, Grandis, and she hates when you call her Grandis. They've always blindly blamed her for Summer disappearing. They can't give you any facts behind it or even a like believable theory. But I've heard that, right? And we all have. But Don has come on this channel numerous times, and I'm sure he's said it in the past as well. If you go find Summer Wells' Facebook group, you'll see it a lot. But he has some type of believing of CPS being involved in Summer missing, right? So this has a tie to both things. I just thought it was interesting. That's all. As far as like, you know, anything else, it's just open conversation. So let me play this and I'll start reading your comments.
They're showing them moving around a lot, back and forth from South Carolina to Connecticut.
Okay, Daisy, give me 1 second. I'm actually, Daisy, I was just about to read this to you on live. Babe, did you get that text? Noelle, did you get the text? Text that to Daisy. Okay.
Back to Florida. They stay like a few months in each place at each time. It's a little odd, actually, how they move around like that. Even you see it on their Facebooks. On the post, their friends will ask them, when are you coming back down? Or when are you going to be back up?
Yeah, but at the same time, if you go to my people finder with my name on it, I have more addresses than that just in Florida. I've lived all around Florida, but you have to understand when you use these type of like websites and shit, it's not like this is not addresses where you've actually owned a deed in or something like that. This is just like websites collecting your data and shit. You know what I'm saying? It isn't what it is. You could get mail somewhere and not live there. There's a lot of shit. And on these people finder websites as well, you have to be very tricky because I think it's comical, right? When I've been doxxed a million times, so I don't care anyhow, but people will try to dox me, and it'll bring you to some person who I'm not related to, right? And then it goes like way left over here, right? And it's comical. Me and Noel laugh about it a lot because we deal with a lot of idiot YouTubers, and it's like a curveball that I couldn't have asked that website to put in my stuff, but I have no idea who these people are, right? So it's comical to watch these people try to dox you. My point is, you got to be very careful with this shit, man.
We miss you guys, things like that. So even the friends that they have
What's up, Randy
on their
Wise?
social medias are confused at when they're going to be where at what time. Another thing I noticed through
what's happening?
Looking at different media, that Jose will leave, not with Kathleen. Also, he does his own travels, and you see him going to different countries like Colombia. Interesting that he moves around. He'll leave the country and go to other places. He is a American citizen, though. If you noticed, I put up there, it shows that it's documented that he does have a Social Security card, and he received it, in the 70s. So he's not like travel. It's him going to Colombia. He has photographs of him in Colombia.
Hold on a minute. Who are we looking at now? See, I'm getting confused here. Hold on. There's so many people and shit. Hold on. Who are we looking at right now? This is going to be, this is, okay, I got it. This is Jose. It was in the beginning of this. So this is Jose and his wife, which would be, I got to revert back to this. Hold on, guys. So this is Jose. This would be Jose and the wife, which would be, Kathy, Candace's sister, husband, Jose. So Candace's sister and her husband is what this would be, okay? And this conspiracy...
So they are all right there also, next to Kathleen and Jose Diaz. When it's actually Union County, but it's Jonesville is the name of the little town they live in.
Okay. So Stephanie, but the people who, so she's okay. Stephanie Kirk and Ida De Leon. I think, have we seen that piece of the video yet? Let me see if it's over here. Hold on. I actually didn't even know that she also wrote this. And I got a lot of pictures to show y'all, but there's one more thing over here. Just stick with me on this, guys. But I'm gonna need y'all to help me break this down. All right, you know what, man? There's no other way better than transparency, and I do believe that. I think I sent you the wrong screenshot, babe. I did. So I did send you the wrong screenshot to give to Daisy. So I'll get that to you right now. But while I did that to give to Daisy, I didn't realize that there was another email, and I'll read this for transparency purposes. People, this is conspiracy only. This is conspiracy only. I'm not saying any of this is true or anything like that. But this is it's I'm just reviewing it. Okay. So I didn't even realize she said that. Okay, coming at you now, babe. Give me 1 second, guys. So there was another email I didn't even realize she sent. It's one of those threads where you respond and it's like just goes bold black. Now, here's what's said. I'm going to reread this from the beginning. Yeah. That one, Noel. Okay, guys, real fast. If you're just coming in, and if you've been here, let me clarify the other one that I didn't read in the beginning. Okay, theory. Christy Fox Gibson, the head of CPS, was there and working with Candace about the reports the week prior to June 15th. Christy Fox Gibson has a niece, and her name is Stephanie Kirk. And she lived in Greenville, Tennessee. Stephanie Kirk works and is best friends with Lita D. Leon. Or Ilda, either Lita or Ilda. We'll hear it here in a minute. Lita D. DeLon is the niece of Candace's sister, Kathy, and brother-in-law. During the week prior to Summer going missing, Candy Hare made plans with her stepdaughter, Kathy, which would be the sister, and husband, Jose, which would be the sister's husband, to go get Summer out of there. When Chris from the interview room did the interview room, she freaked out when she was asked about Jose. She actually thought he caught her, and that's why she started freaking out. Because she thought she was talking about her brother-in-law, but then she realized she had no idea. The two women Fred saw in the SUV were Lita De Leon and Stephanie Kirk. Also, Daisy's farm, her name is Blank, whose husband is related to Blank. Don says he thinks CCS did it. He is kind of right. It was through DCS. It wasn't through DCS, but it was around people and related to Candace. Now, what I didn't read Okay. Again, this is just a conspiracy. None of this is, I'm not saying any of this is truthful, but it's hard to like bounce around and try not to say something and this and that. And if I say blank, people think I'm hiding or covering up for somebody. Well, I don't want people getting doxxed. Best thing is just to give full transparency. The most likely thing that happened when Kenneth died, Candace and her brother and sister started talking more also. Okay, this is not, okay, here's the theory. It's a little more than a theory. Okay. There's so much people. Here it is. Kathy, Candace's sister's husband, Jose, and Candace's brother, Kenny, are big drug dealers. They are carnival people who, when Candy Hare got with Kenneth Bly, she was a kid. He brought her into the carnival. That's really a lot. It really is a lot to it. But the people who carried out the plan were Stephanie Kirk and Lita De Leon. Okay, so that's what I wanted to kind of discuss with you guys. Holy crap, there's stuff happening here. Hold on. I'm sorry, chat. I'm bringing you the news, but I'm not paying attention to my chat, and I got to do that. Let me see this. Welcome, Nurse Gummy Bear. I appreciate you. Wifey says she loves Conspiracy Hour. All right, guys. I want your comments real fast before we dig into any further. Right? Any further thoughts, opinions? It's just there's no right or wrong answers here. Okay, this is full only Conspiracy Hour. What did Daisy say? Daisy seems like I remember there being a sister that. Oh, you guys, you're talking to her. I'm sorry. I don't think she has a sister. Yeah, she does have a sister. I mean, brother. I've never asked them. I don't know. But I'm stuck with Fred Hill and JSB as a suspect number 1 and 2. Randy took the kids to Gatlinburg to amusement park the week before. I heard. The strange part was Ernie was there. I've also heard that. I see what you're saying, Daisy. Candace says only. Wait a minute. I'm not sure about that. Look, I don't know. Let's watch this. Okay, so again, I don't know all these receipts and shit or what's on this video we're about to watch. It's nothing bad, but like what may or may not be shown. But let's just play it. Okay, so some drug charges from energy. Who does? I'll drop the link. Right now. Drop. And it's Fly has been living at the same address in South Carolina.
On the maps, it's about a 3-hour drive, a little bit over 3 hours from the area where her sister and brother live to Ben Hill Road. And I also included the map from Jonesboro to there to get an estimate on the time. And it's about 2.5 hours from Jonesboro to where her family lives in South Carolina.
Okay. All right.
I know exactly what's
now
going on.
Go ahead, speak. You got the mic.
Okay, so is this Burn Barrel woman saying this?
No, those were screen recordings from that show, but the person had the screen recorded like 3 times because they can't send a big file, and then they've also done their own research, and they also have been talking to I don't know who they talked to, Don or Candace, but they talked to him for some years. But
I know who it is. I know who Burn Barrel is. I know exactly what's going on. Now, what are they trying to say and what's going on? I'm confused because I know
all right, so,
some of it.
Okay, good. Because I was saying, your name's in there, nothing for bad, but you know as well as I know that Don has some type of a feeling that DCF CPS was involved in this, correct?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yeah, he thinks
so
that.
so the way that you're tied into this is the person saying that it's kind of right, but it was really these 2 ladies on the screen. But with the connection, the head of CPS is apparently related to. Let me get the correct thing here. That's why I didn't want to say. Should I go any further? Does that make anything? Does that ring a bell?
No, I'm confused.
Okay, then I'll say it. Okay, so because this is all this is YouTube, so it says where's it at? Okay. Also, Daisy's Farm is, I don't want to say your name. I'm not on YouTube. So I'm only leaving that part out right now. So also Daisy's Farm is, here's her name, whose husband is related to Christy Fox Gibson.
What? They're crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So this is all nuts.
It's nuts, but I've got to explain. If Burn Barrel has something to do with this, I have to explain this to you. It's very deep. All of this is is Burn Barrel the one doing this? That's what I'd like to know. Who's saying
No,
all this?
no. I did not get any. I don't know Burn Barrel, and I did not get an email from a Burn Barrel. But I did promise the person who sent me this, just like anybody else, that I would not, put their name out there or not like that. But same as I don't want to say your family's name on a YouTube live either, because I don't want people calling your family's work and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, the thing
So that's
is,
all.
there's something important I want to tell you about all that. And I don't know if you want me to tell you on here or behind the scenes. But remember
Is it in
Burn Barrel? Huh?
is it in regards like just let it out? I don't care.
Okay. Okay. So
Let it
Burn
rip.
Barrel, not too long, probably about a year or so ago, come out with some kind of proof about Dawn and Candid, or I don't remember exactly. She was on Ziggy's panel and she jumped from there to there. Well, she is a gay woman, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So she kind of had a crush on Candace, right? And her and Candace were friends, but Candace didn't feel that way towards her. And she was sending Candace a lot of money. And so um, she didn't like Dawn. And so she kind of sent me messages about Dawn, da 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 da. I don't know if I should put the rest out here, but long story short, she was basically trying to say what Damage told me, that Summer was still alive, that she spoke with the TBI and all that, and
Oh, she told this to my wife as well.
did she?
Oh, I don't know. You just said what Damage told you.
Okay, so Damage sent me something about that. Them saying that Summer's still alive.
Thank you,
I
Gummy
don't know.
Bear, for becoming a member.
I don't know if
Okay,
you want me to tell everything, but according to her, she
just let it
spoke. I've
rip, so
never.
the audience is not so confused because this is already kind of a lot.
Okay,
I
her
don't
and
mind.
Candace.
It's
Okay,
full
this
conspiracy.
is
Yeah.
conspiracy. This is according to her. Okay. I hope Candace don't get mad at me, but this is what this girl told me. She sent me a message and said that she spoke with the TBI and that they wasn't looking at Fred or the other guy or any of those, that they were looking, they think Summer's still alive, and that Candace was going to try to fix her up with Grandma Candy, and that Grandma Candy didn't know she was on a three-way call, and when she answered, Grandma Candy allegedly told her that be careful, that the FBI was listening in. Then Grandma Candy saw that she was on there and immediately hung up the phone, and that she called the TBI and told them about it, and that they told her that they think Summer's still alive, and that when she called Candace and told her, that Candace got upset and throwed up, and then she thinks she said that Grandma Candy went to Texas, where Candace's original dad lives, a week before Summer went missing, and that she thought that Grandma had took Summer to Texas and hid her out, and that the
Okay.
TBI told her, which I don't believe the TBI told her anything like that, that they
They would
think
never.
Summer.
They would never say that. These people think they have like a relationship with these agencies. It's crazy. Is that my echo, guys?
No, it's mine. That's why.
Oh,
Sorry,
it's me, my echo, and your. Okay, got it. Okay.
it's mine. But I gotta tell this because
No, let it out. This is why it's this conspiracy. There's either something to this, or this is malarkey.
she
You
showed
know.
me a picture of a three-way call that was between her and Grandma and Candy. Well, she didn't like Don because she tried to say Don was mean to Candace. And I don't know, but I've got all the I've got all the texts and stuff. I've got all that saved that she sent me stating this. So if she's behind this, then that's where it's coming from. She wanted to know she actually messaged me and I wanted to know my family history, like I had something to do with
And
all
you're
this.
saying
Like,
this is who, Daisy?
huh?
You're saying this
What?
is who? What's the person's name?
The burn barrel. I know her name.
Okay, so the Burn Barrel person, I know of her, but this was definitely not from Burn Barrel. Now, I think this person who is sending me this is obviously they watch over there or whatever because they got the screen, but they're putting like their own research together. And so basically, in the midst of this, well, let me ask you. You said that lady Kathy Gibson, whoever the head of CPS is, I believe I said Kathy Gibson something. She's not related to your husband?
Absolutely not. No.
So you can debunk that.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, well, okay, yeah, because she says, I'm sorry, Christy Fox Gibson is the head of the CPS. And she then at the end, she says, where's it at? Daisy. Oh, okay. Also, Daisy's farm is Amy, whose husband is related to Christy Fox Gibson. So if that's not debunked, then if you can debunk that, then well,
Who
that's
is
interesting.
this saying my name and doxing me? Who is this? Is it the burn barrel?
No, it's not the Burn Barrel. No.
That's retarded. And you know what? The thing is my husband's not related to anybody in Tennessee. His whole family comes from Kentucky. That's cray cray. And why are they bringing me up into this?
I think as a connection to show the head of CPS thing is why I think that is.
I have no idea. I
No idea
don't know
either.
anything about that. But if it
Okay.
has anything to do with the burn barrel lady, like I said, I just told you what she said. I don't know if that's her or not, but this woman allegedly had feelings for Candace, and that Grandma Candace was going to hook her up with Grandma, but Grandma didn't like her. So I don't know. I
Jose
sent
Is it
all
one of
that
is.
those
to
things?
Candace.
Okay, go ahead. Is it
I
one of
sent.
these things like are we dealing with possibly like a woman prayer garden? Like Prayer Garden wanted to do some things to Don. You there?
I'm here. I just don't want to echo and interrupt your thing.
Oh, okay. So this is somebody that you're claiming that has feelings for Candace.
Yeah, she came out a while
The
back,
burn
probably about a year
the
ago.
burn barrel lady. The burn barrel lady.
Yes, she was
Okay.
giving. Yeah, she was helping Candace out a lot. She
Okay.
did not
All
like
right.
Don.
And this is debunkable as far as whatever tie to your husband to the DCF.
No, my husband don't have anything to do with that. That's
Okay.
crazy.
All right. That's interesting because that goes to show a lot because from my angle, it's like, Don really does feel like the CPS he 100% feels like that. And you'd have to speak to him to know that. Right. But, and he said it on this panel. I think he said it on yours, but I've also heard, I've been hearing for years that somebody thinks that, people think that, Grandis, has something to do with something, but there's nothing there behind it or anything other than I just think, which is fine too for people. If that's what you think, that's fine too. But I can't get behind. I just think I got to have some type of connection, something, and so this is what brought this. This was kind of interesting to me. The burn barrel person is kind of, I won't say that, but yeah, if there's no connection to you to the Kathy lady, then or whoever the head of CPS is, then that says a lot.
Yeah, they're making it up. And I have to say this, Dee Dee was very close to Grandma Candy, and she said that Grandma Candy grieved really bad over Summer. So this burn barrel lady, obviously, I don't know. I don't know if she's making it up. She did send me a threatening thing, said she was going to come out because Christine made a comment on my live about it not being that she didn't think it was true because she didn't think the TB I would tell her something like that. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's what I thought she was behind all this. I don't know who's making up this stuff and doxing me. That's crazy. I don't even come live. People are so silly.
Yeah. Well, this is just somebody who I believe the video clips that we watched came from Burn Barrel. It's not that's not who emailed me this.
Oh,
That
okay.
is somebody who watches that show but does their own research. You know what I mean? But I appreciate you straightening it up, Daisy.
You're welcome. All right. I'll talk to you later.
I sent you something, or Noelle's going to send you something here in a minute.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. So Daisy cleared up the thing here. Well, and I think she was a little bit confused coming in late, and I understand that. But this is not Burn Barrel or whatever that channel is. That's not who I'm putting on the screen. It's somebody completely different. You have to understand, guys, like if you send me some information and I use it, I understand a lot of people don't want to be on the internet. I completely get that. In the beginning of this live, well, the person's probably still watching. There was some weirdo who kept trying to join the panel, but they're afraid to show their face, which was simple to run them away. But, I get how people just don't want to be on the internet, their name, they see what happens between creators and creators. I get all that. Right. So I always keep people who bring stuff to me like low key. I won't put them out there, but I can confirm that it's not the Burning Bush person. I'll go through this again with you guys real fast, and then we're going to roast Trev because I'm starting to feel like there might be holes to this. I don't know. I think it is good research. But again, and this is just my opinion, when you start using those people finder things, and what I mean is when you start doxing people, right? When you start doxing people, people think that the word dox is such a, well, it's research. To dox somebody is basically just research, right? If you're researching, Don and Candace's, family and whatnot because you're interested in the case, it's just research. But it becomes such a bad word when you do it on social media, when you show people what it is. I don't care about being doxed because I've been doxed a million times. And at some point when you're a creator, they can only do so much to you, and then they have no power. If you hide all your name and you hide your address and you hide away and nobody can see you and nobody knows you, right? You're playing this game with yourself like a nutcase, and then somebody docks you and you get all stressed out in this, but it's out there now. It's out there now. Who cares? And the only thing next that they can do to you is try to swat you. That's been done too. But we have it with the police where no one can swat us. So what can they do? But I got off track. So Daisy said that this is debunkable as far as the CPS connection. And I'll just show you the rest of the receipts here, guys. So this is going to be, what is this? Assets owned by the sister. I saw a lot of comments saying that Candace has no brother. But apparently this is who she thought would be. This is what she said. These are the people she thought was responsible right here. This Ilda Iris D. Leon and this Stephanie Kirk is who she thought was responsible, with Candace's sister and husband is what she thought was going on. And those videos we watched were just assets and states and moving around and this and that. So it is what it is, right? Some other people in the thing that I read. All right. I don't know. I thought I would bring it to you. I will tell you this. I brought this to you without even without even asking or confirming or anything with Don and Candace, right? Which I will do after the live. We'll touch on this again, but for now I'm gonna end it. I want to read your comments though, because it's interesting. What do you think?
Not do good.
Even though I don't believe that Jose died. I mean, I listen. I'm trying to bring people's theories to life. I don't mind sharing, or I could just sit up here and tell you Don and Candace did it for the billionth time. All right, you guys ready for some laughs? Let me read your comments real fast. Was said on social media early on, Grandma purchased a lot of clothes for summer from yard sales to start in school. Could have been picked in a tote and hand for along with summer. Yeah, she was about to start school. Bruce, real quick, what's happening, man? Bruce? Real quick, what's happening?
I just wanted to come up and say hi. I'm in the Philippines right now. But listen, I just wanted to say to you, man, congratulate you too, man, to keep her name alive, man. There's, I left because there's just a lot of silliness, just a bunch of idiotic, stupid stuff, But I just want to say, man, you've always kept it real. You've always been real to me. So I just want to say great job, man, to keep her name alive. And I hope that they find her one day, man.
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it, man. It's not hard. It's not really hard to stay real on this thing, but there's just you're surrounded by a lot of fake people, and it's tough sometimes being on this app because it's you're surrounded by just people who are manipulating and fraud and grifting and scamming, and they lie their ass off. And to be truthful on this app is very difficult because it gets frustrating sometimes. But you got to do what's right. It's not hard, man.
No, but I mean, you've always done the right thing. So I mean, that's why that's why you have the people that you have that are always here. But I'm just I'm just saying, man, like ever since like I met you and stuff like that, dude. I just knew that you and your wife were just real. And I know people are how they've treated you guys and stuff like that. And I know you don't give a damn, and I know she don't give a damn. But the fact is that you're doing something that's still right. So. As far as that goes, man, just keep doing what you're doing, brother. I'm glad to see you again, man.
All right, Bruce, I appreciate you jumping on, man. Thank you. What are you doing in the Philippines?
I'm with my wife.
Right on. Okay, you don't have to say. All right, tell wife we said what's up, and I appreciate you stopping in, Bruce.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, bro. Shout out to Bruce. He's been a subscriber. I believe he came on board when in the Gabby Petito case. Babe, you see Bruce? So yeah, she was going to start school, Sweet D, from what I hear. I remember Marlena saying that regarding the suitcase. Person has to have a lot of time. This is some crazy shit. Yeah, it was for a little bit. So yeah, it sounds like I don't know. I don't know about that stuff. Seemed interesting to me, but it seems as it could just be like searching the wrong person. Or look, if Daisy's not. She's not going to come on my panel live and lie about that. It would be called out for one. And it just seems like I didn't know like the weird relationship. The lady wants to pork fuck Candace, and Candace says no. So now she makes a channel and exposing Candace. It's like the Prayer Garden thing. Prayer Garden wanted to suck Don off. And then he says, no, you can't move in. Now she does lives every night about him. So I didn't know that whole aspect either. And if you're watching that information, it's all crazy. I'm just trying to bring y'all something different. But here's the thing, like Bruce said, name is still out there, which is important. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Now I want to move on to this idiot Trev. This is going to be the roast session now. He made another live, and it's very comical what we have going on here. I watched this and I was laughing out loud. This guy is such a compulsive liar, and he's obviously an addiction. And my goal is with these scammers, tragedy pimps, and all this, I am going to absolutely roast them and make parodies about them until they put down the meth pipe and get sober. Look, for what it's worth, I'm not going to say that yet. I'm not going to say that quite yet, but just stay tuned. All right, I want to start this, and this is old Trev. This is his latest live, right? And the comedy in this that he brings to himself is comical, people. So I got the timestamps. We don't have to watch a 10-hour live here. Well, we can breeze through it. Let's do it. I'm going to start it off from the beginning.
Said music is universal for sure. Like I be knowing all this shit. Like everybody know me in the club, cause they know me. Hold on.
There's a whole lot of this gangsterisms and him confusing himself and thinking that he's black in the video. So just a fair trigger warning, but let's continue.
Red, black, and white shit, never run neon. Put them lights up in my rim.
That's what I wanted.
Hey, as long as my bills are paid, I don't give a fuck. It's over. Once I make 15, I can chill. You know what I mean? I consistently make $1,500 a week, and that's because I have to work, or else I wouldn't be. But knowing that we have to work, we have to pay for bills, obviously, in the United States of America, that's just the way that shit is, right?
All right, people, you have to understand, this guy's doing DoorDash, Uber Eats. He's claiming he makes $1,500 a week. Ain't no way in hell. Uber and Lyfts don't even make that. I mean, some do in major cities, but there ain't no way I'm buying that. But just to keep it moving, this guy, it gets worse and worse. I just wrote down all the
I love doing what I do. I love interacting with people, so it really doesn't feel like a job to me. And that's why sometimes, like, I work hella hours, right? But to me, it's not, I'm not working. It doesn't feel like I'm working, right? It just doesn't. And that's because, I don't know, I enjoy it. You know, so I didn't give up YouTube shit. So sometimes people take breaks. Maybe like I went on a long run. Think about it. Go back and look. I went on like a 2-year run on YouTube, and I let a lot of things consume my life on there. I'm actually glad I took the break that I've been off for right now. Mentally, like there's a lot of positive things that came from the negatives. And you know what? Those positive things that came from the negatives are bigger than everything else.
Positive things that came from the negative. What was positive about your credibility just going down the drain because you scammed and had your friends call like they were the friends of a massive chomo who's doing life in prison right now, and another weirdo who killed innocent women and a guy for no reason? These scams and stunts that you pulled. But let's continue. This guy is just a walking contradiction. And at one point, he pulls the car over, leaves all the subscribers by themselves in the live, goes in a trap house, smokes a couple bowls of crack, runs back out, and then forgets that he just showed everybody that he just delivered them Arby's and said, oh, sometimes I got to bring their groceries up for them. Like, dude, what planet are you from? You were absolutely smoking crack. We'll get there in a moment.
Stable, which the last 5 years of my life I've been 100% stable. But one of them, like I never wanted to. My goal wasn't to get on YouTube and cover true crime for the monetary gains of what the money is. I have a true, you get what I'm saying? Like I have a true love for trying to be a voice for the voiceless, because I was voiceless, and once you lived through that pain and you've been voiceless, then you already know what time it is. You know what that type of pain is. I've been on the front lines with the pain and lived the pain. Some people can't say that. And
the problem with the pain is I don't know how to believe him. He's been telling people for years that his dad or somebody put fingers in his butthole. I don't know if I believe that, because I think that's another lie. It's another lie, just like when you said that you don't care about the money. If you didn't care about the money, then why did you have your friend call in and act like Stephen Stearns? You did that because you wanted the ad revenue to jump up. You wanted more people to subscribe to your channel so you might get a tip or two. That's exactly why you did it. You didn't do it because you were, having fun. No, that's all lies. So I don't even believe the pain part. Now, he may or may not have gotten fingered. It's none of my business, but I don't believe it. I think it's a fake fingering story. I think he wants to be fingered or wants to have that story to fit in somewhere. It's all the way like him, right? It's like, we already know he's a poser, right? We already know he thinks he's black, so he thinks he got fingered too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not going for it. Let's continue.
Everybody has a story. You don't have to go through that to be like that. I'm just telling you what lit a fire under me and made me do the things that I've done. Like, we've raised money on this channel for hella people and helped a lot of people's lives. And the people who bitched about the money that I made, I mean, go eat a dick. Fuck you. Put in the work and then come talk to me. I don't give a fuck no more. Like, put in the work and then come talk to me. I'll outwork you with anything. We could tie our shoes and I'm gonna do it better. We could, whatever it is, I'm gonna outwork you.
Wait for it.
I'm talking to the criticizers. The criticizers are the ones that can't fucking do shit and then try to copy you. And when it doesn't happen the way they want it to happen, they're asking questions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. But I'm like this chapter right here where I'm locked in. And I'm running my own business and got clients that call me and schedule and work. And I'm not even that's not even my only thing I'm doing.
Bro, you just started the live telling people that you're doing Uber Eats. How do you have clients? What clients are paying you for this food service that you're providing? You deliver food through an app, right? You don't have clients. I mean, I guess if you want to call them clients, you do. But I mean, you have customers and you bring them food. You don't have clients. You're not a doctor. You're not a masseuse. You're not a psychiatrist. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? I'm going to show you what's wrong with him, because in a few minutes, he's going to I'm telling you, he pulls the car over and runs up in the trap house. This really happened.
So I have multiple different things that I'm doing that all involves working with the community. And I love it. I enjoy it. I love talking to people. I love helping people. That's just what it's been.
Right.
It's always gonna be that. And we're always gonna continue to do shit on this channel with that. And I'm gonna come back and do it right when I do it. I'm not gonna sit there fucking in front of the screen and research everything and we're gonna come up and let's do live calling. We're gonna do it differently and we're gonna do it to a whole nother fucking level. Voices or whatever, just me fucking off. But when it comes to true crime, that's why I always have my utmost respect when I'm covering it. Because, again, these are people's lives. And no matter what was going on in their lives, like, it's not good to speak on the dead. And we don't know if some of these people are dead. And then we know, it depends what case it is. It's case by case basis. But when you're talking about shit like that, there's no time to make jokes about shit. It's just not.
Watch this.
It's not that time for it. That's like people scripting true crime shit. It's not. I don't think it's cool even being scripted. Like they try to put on me phone calls and scripted shit, right? Like, come on.
Your lying eyes, all of you. Your lying eyes. He didn't do a fake phone call. There wasn't people who went on panels and exposed with receipts all of his motives. Your lying eyes. He's not doing script. He's not actually. He didn't buy that spirit box off Amazon for $3.99, and he's not faking that it says something. He's not acting like it says something. It's not scripted. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everyone's lying. And like the title says, Trev is smoking meth, and it's your fault because that's what you can tell throughout this live, y'all. That Trev 757. If you painfully watch it all, like I happily did for you all, so you didn't have to. If you watch his live, he like knows he fucked up. He knows he fucked up, and what he did, he'll never be able to come back. But he keeps whining about how other creators are hating on him because they review him, and then how everyone hated on him, and even his subscribers were starting to hate on him. It's wild, people. It's wild. You know, he's so stupid that and hard-headed that if he just was like, look, yes, I've been smoking meth. I've been shoving these rolls up my ass. I've had a bad habit. I put like 10 up at a time. I go colon rolling. I'm a meth head. I'm gonna get sober though, y'all. I'm gonna clean my act up. I'm gonna admit to this. I'm gonna own this. I'm gonna clean my act up, and I'm gonna come back strong. And look, man, the stuff that I did, I was a crackhead. He might have a chance that way, but this guy will never do that. He's gonna find a way to say that all that never happened before he'll do that. Plus, he's not ready. Let's keep it real.
I would admit right now, if I set that up, like, yeah, I smoke all and I would admit it right now because it does. There's no one in this world that could do shit to me if I did have him calling. Not one motherfucker. Not one motherfucker could do shit. But the truth of the matter is, I hurt myself, and it's like, okay, these things that I was doing, no, hell no. Hell no. What am I doing? And it ain't even because said person is bad. It's like, if you don't meet the qualifications of certain things that I just can't say. I'm a wild out. Let me chill. Hold up, where am I at? You know what I mean? Pop, where the fuck am I at? You know? Hold up. That's weird. Like a blue line. Let me send this message real quick. Where?
Buddy was backpedaling and blabbing on his live as the customer is waiting on their food, and he literally admits he got lost. He's just going live talking about what he didn't do. What he fucking didn't do is bring the Arby's to the customer. The client. So now what you're seeing is he pulls over and texts, what's the address again? Because he's blabbing about how he didn't rip off people, how he didn't scam people, how he didn't have people do fake calls, how it's all your fault, your lying eyes. Wait, where am I going again? You can't even make this shit up, people. You cannot even make this shit up. He texts the client, hey, what's the address again? So he's got the Arby's or whatever the fuck it is, and now he's heading. Now he's got the address again. Okay, we're back on board. Right? You will not believe what the dude does next. Now you're gonna have to put your thinking cap on. This one's not even conspiracy hour. Just a little bit of thinking. Let's have a listen. This one had me laughing. I get lost delivering Arby's.
I see a lot of people.
So 30-50, let's move it up.
I hate you right now. I miss you. Hope you are well. You don't want no ball and chain.
Now watch this shit. All right. 1 second. So this is him. We can probably establish with our thinking caps on that he got lost. He texted the customer client for the address. So now he knows where he's going. He's locked on. And he's pulling up. So he pulls up. Take that. He pulls up and he gets out. This is at 30 minutes and 50 seconds. 30 minutes and 50 seconds. Watch this shit.
Hold up. This might actually I about that. Hold on, give me 1 second. He says,
So he leaves the live in there. This thing is just sitting here like this for almost over 8 minutes, right? 8 minutes. Now watch this. This is comical. So he comes back right here. All right, comes like one more time.
all right, I'm gonna have to leave this right here, or else I'm gonna lose y'all. So hold on.
Mashed potatoes, whatever it was. Plugs the phone in, and now he's out of here. Right? He comes back 8 minutes later, which would be right here.
Not even sweating.
So 8 minutes on live. Candace, I'm live.
Look, they're asking, do you need help carrying? Look, do you need help carrying groceries up?
So now he says he obviously ran up in the trap house and spent the entire Uber Eats money that he made on the meth or on the crack, right? The chat's like, what the fuck, bro? You just left us here for like 10 minutes. And he's like, but what had happened was I'd be hustling. And look, man, these people wanted their groceries brought up to their house. They actually pay me more for that. Dude, you were bringing Arby's. What groceries? Like, you cannot even make this shit up. And it is on this conclusion. It is on this conclusion after breaking this shit down, after listening to these lies. You didn't have any groceries. You had a little bag. You forgot the mashed potatoes and soda. You weren't struggling. You didn't have like 3 bags in each hand. You didn't have any groceries, right? It's at this point that I think, now here's my conspiracy. I believe Trev is porking the old ladies that he brings the food to. This is actually why I think he makes the $1,500 a week. Now, I'll explain this. Well, he will. Huh.
I told you I ran up that bitch by myself. Look, you need help carrying? Nah, I don't need help. I got it. You need help carrying? Nah, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Woo! I've been working out. I work out every day. So I'll like I said, I like to work out, then drink my protein drink, and then I'm working all day, and I'm steadily working out again, lifting. And you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I carry a lot. Yesterday, I did an order for a client that I have. He ordered, what was it? He ordered 40 12 packs, right? It was 40 12 packs of soda, but it was like split off, like Mountain Dew, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi. It was a bunch of shit, bunch of different ones. And then he ordered, what is it? Bubbly. It's like this water brand called Bubbly or something like that. And then a couple things of, what is it, Poppies? Yeah, 9 flights. 9 flights. I'm dead ass serious too. And there was an elevator. Nobody was in the lobby though. And I couldn't find it. It's a big ass building. This building is big as hell. I'm getting out of here. Just think about it. There's over 918 rooms in this joint. That person was in room 918.
Oh, timestamp. My bad. Woo! I'm so sorry about that.
I need to stop smoking though.
All right, we're going right here.
I picked up the habit of smoking cigarettes as soon as I came here. Again,
Candace called me. We'll go back to the conspiracy thing in 1 second. Let me just finish this up. So he's talking about how he made this money from delivering groceries and this and that. We know he ran up in the meth house. We can obviously see this with our lying eyes, but now he starts talking about how people are on disability and this and that and all this type of stuff, right? But there's one thing that I just thought about, right? And I think that Trev is definitely porking the subs. I do think that. Oh, I forgot a lot. Wait a minute. What I forget here? What is all this? Oh, we're there. Okay, here goes. I forgot this part. This is so here goes Trev yelling at his subscribers for saying keep your head up. The subscriber said keep your head up, and Trev goes and berates him and then unleashes enormous amounts of lies, ginormous lies.
Your parents, blah blah blah, which I was out at 13. I wasn't taught what credit was, bills, and the certain things that I would come to face. I thought life was fine and dandy. And when I was thrown out to the wolves, right, I didn't have any skills to take with me because nobody taught me anything that meant anything. They didn't teach me how to survive. I had to literally learn how to survive on my own. And that's just a fact. And that's why I talk the way I talk. And that's why I rap about what I rap about, because I had to walk my own in the streets since 13. And that's a fact. Like, is that hard? I'm hard because of it? No, absolutely not. But I tell you what, I've seen a lot of fucking shit that no 13-year-old should ever see.
Hey, Candace, can I call you back in a second? Or Noelle, can you call her back? Why? Yeah, in a minute. Okay. Wait, what happened here? Oh.
You know? Shit, keep my head up. I'm happy.
Here it is.
What you mean keep my head up? Heads up. My head's to the roof. Shit, bro. I'm happy as hell. I'm actually probably the happiest I've ever been in my life. I'm happy with myself. I get up every day. I work out. I push myself to the limit every fucking day. I'm pushing myself to the limit. I don't take days off of work. There's no days off. I work over 12 hours a day. Who should not be proud of themselves when they get up every day and I have not took a day off in case I was forced to take a day off.
Stop it, Trev. Stop it right now.
No, there ain't no keep your head up, man. My head's high. And I feel fucking good. Like, I'm feeling more good about myself than I've ever had. Today, the way that it sits right now, I wouldn't trade anything that I've done. I love it so much in Tennessee. I'm never leaving Tennessee. In fact, I'm gonna buy a house here in Tennessee because I love it here that much.
What?
I am. I'm gonna buy a house here in Tennessee.
This dude is crying about his apartment bills with his girlfriend and all that. How are you gonna get a mortgage off fucking Uber Eats? You are not paying no mortgage, working Uber Eats and with a dope problem. That's just not gonna work. But there's even more lies.
I'm trying to think where though. Probably be when I find my wife. You know, I gotta seal this divorce. I need to get this divorce ASAP. Because according to a psychic, I'm gonna be getting married in 2 years.
Watch this.
That's what the psychic told me. You know, I go in. I know. I have a gift with the other side. I can't.
He's got a gift from the other side. Your lying eyes. He wasn't making the shit up out of the spirit box. He wasn't making the thing squeak and make noises. He wasn't recording shit and playing noise effects. No, he's got a gift. Duh.
Can't explain it. I'll never be able to explain it, but I do have a gift with the other side, and that's to contact spirits, and that's always been something that I've been able to do. People, that's why I laugh at people when they're like, oh, the spirit box shit, blah, 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 yeah, spirit box shit. I just happen to have a gift where I could talk to spirits and get responses. Just like when you go back and listen to all the shit we've captured on live stream, and that's why I did it. I didn't do it to fucking get your little chump change ass quarters given to me. I can tell you that much right now. Shit, if I could, I'd pack that money up and send it back so you can wipe your ass with it and fucking go to sleep.
So you see through this live right now, he's yelling at his supporters, saying, "I'll send you your money back." Nobody asked for it back. They gave it to you out of the goodness of their heart to begin with, you moron. But he's mad at them. He's mad at himself because he's the one that grifted. He's the one that lied. He's the one that scammed. And throughout this live, Trev knows he can't really come back here. He knows people review him, and you all will not forgive him, as you shouldn't, from some of the shit that he did. But he's mad about that, or listen, I don't really know what Trev's motive is. Here's what I do know. Trev thinks that he can smoke meth and it's your fault. He thinks that He thinks everything is not his fault and everybody's stupid and he did nothing. I mean, that's why he's his worst nightmare, and it's comical. It's comical. It's comical to hear him say someone's stealing my tags. It's comical to hear him cry about everybody and everyone. I love it. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a parody about this probably tomorrow. I can't wait to do it. It's been a long time since I did a parody on Trev, and the last one was pretty good. It did good numbers. Candace, do you have a brother? I only got like one more clip on this ridiculous moron, and then I wanted to call you back. But I had a couple questions for you. Nothing bad. I wanted to clear something up. You got a brother, Candace? I never asked you that. All right, let's go back to here. She's still in chat, right, guys? We're almost done here, though. Hold on. So this guy here, let me go back to the part where so you could tell he knows he can't come back here a little bit, guys. Watch. I'll play one. Here's a little bit more of that conversation.
We the do is get paid, get your friends up. Number one fan of the money, join the fan club. These boys don't know paper like I know paper. Nigga,
And I paid her a year's worth of rent at once. I know what money is, trust me. YouTube for it. Shit, YouTube wasn't even enough. To be honest with you. Consistently wasn't enough. I love YouTube. If I had that spare time, if I had spare time to get on here and cover the stories the way that I want to do it, I would right now. I'd be doing it. I'd be committed. But being that I can't find the time, my son, my daughter's more important. And if I can figure out a way to cope it in between.
So he really doesn't say nothing in this little segment that I saved. I just wanted to show you what he's doing the entire live. He always brings up YouTube. He always brings up money that he was making on YouTube. He always brings up, I'm going to come back, or I'm going to make a second channel, right? And then there's always why he can't do it. So you could tell that it really bothers him, and you could tell that you could tell it really bothers him, and you could tell there's always an excuse for him not to come back. In all reality, he's not going to come back because of the community won't let him come back. He heavily censors his comments, and it's comical to see. But I wanted this to show you my whole synopsis here of why I think Trev is porking the old ladies he brings the Uber Eats to. Now, this is just my guesstimation. He may or may not be porking them. I don't know, but I tend to believe he's porking them, and here's why. Let's go to the timestamp. He said he makes $1,500 a week. It's not happening making Uber Eats. It's just not. Anyone who does Uber Eats, I'm not putting anybody down that does. I don't know any Uber Eats drivers that make that much. But he does say this, which makes it possible that he does. Maybe he is. Let's have a listen.
That's what happened. Shut the fuck up. Because now the passion's gone. You just see dollars. Like this shit, I love this. I love doing what I do. I love feeding thousands of families in the street. That's what I do every day. I help thousands of.
I love, listen to that shit. I didn't even catch that one. I love feeding thousands of families. He's acting like he's at a nonprofit giving, turkeys away so people can eat and have a big feast. And he's out there giving the homeless canned soup and tomato soup and just boxed goods. Bro, you're delivering food. It's your job. It doesn't make you a community fucking exile. This is comical, people. I didn't even catch that, but just wait for it. Here it is.
Families, elders. I have a lot of elder clients.
Here it is.
That I actually do on my own that call me on the side because they can't, they couldn't, where I met them from, they couldn't request me. So when they got me I ended up doing them a few times, but when they got me a second time, I guess, that's when they asked. A lot of people have. I've met a lot of really good people on here. And
you can't tell me he's not porking the old ladies. He's porking the old ladies, right? And that's a breach of contract through the Uber app, just so you know. But he's definitely, just to give the number, but he's definitely porking the old ladies. That's the only way he's clearing $1,500 is he's banging these, these horny grandmas out there with their McDonald's Big Mac. They get something else. It has to be happening. That's just my opinion. Dude, they pay for it. This is true. A
lot of business owners and people who just have a different outlook on life, and I respect it a lot. Like, there's some that won't even bring their kids out in public. I came across a few who won't bring their kids out in public, and their reason why makes sense. Like,
at this point, he's just rambling. He's high as hell and rambling about nothing. So we'll end it there. But all right, back to the conspiracy thing. You have to love that, because he knows he can't come back and make it. Remember, for a while he's like, "Oh, I'm making another channel and this and that." Come on, dude. You're shafted and you can't ever come back, and that's what's up. And you guys did that. All right. So while I was reviewing that and showing that to you, Candace called on like some type of video thing to me and Noel. I didn't answer it because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So, do I show, or I don't know, so let's figure this out now. I would like to see if I can debunk, if possible, any more of the theory that I was given earlier in this live. We had Miss Daisy debunk the CPS connection. Babe, is that her? Who are you talking to? I'm going to call Candace back. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. I got to get a drink. I'm super thirsty. I'm going to give her a call back. Where's the thing at? No, not here. It's got to be, I did something. Hold on. I'm trying to make this. Hold on, guys. Let's see. What the, okay, I'll be right back. That's what I was looking for. Is it going to show? Oh, that's it? The comment? I did all that for the comment? That little ass box right there? That's out of control. That is out of control. That's all they're going to do right there? That is out of control. All right, I'll be right back. It gives you those three little boxes. How retarded is that? Hold on, guys. We'll figure it all out in 1 second. If I don't get my answer, you text or tell it, call back. All right. What probably happened, Noelle's busy at the moment, but what will probably happen, and this is just my guess. Well, what Candace did, she didn't seem like she was mad when she came in here. What I was just thinking of, somebody probably was like, "Oh my God, white boy's over here, doing all this and this and that," which is not even true. We're just doing a theory, you know what I'm saying? But we'll figure it out, because I would like to ask her anyhow about the brother, and let me just ask her. Damn, I got so many messages. I apologize, man, if you've been writing me on Facebook. All right, here we go. Hey, what's up? Yeah. You there? Yeah. I she's couldn't answer the phone at the second, and then I was live, and I didn't know if I was, with the camera or whatever. But did you watch the live in the beginning?
No, I didn't. I just caught the flash of it.
Oh, do you have a brother named Kenny?
Yeah, but I have a son 7 years old.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. I'm gonna call you back after here. All right. Okay. All right. I don't use that messenger shit, man. Can't hear anything. I don't know who answered. She said she has a brother, but hasn't seen her since she's 7 years old. So that part technically is true, but I don't know. Revisiting it, I should look at the whole thing before I say that. I don't want to. I appreciate anybody's research, and I'll show anything. I'll put whatever on here. I really will, especially if you do it. But don't don't get mad if don't get mad or nothing if it goes as far as I put it on here and we're talking about it and it gets debunked when we're live, because it's not like I'm saying I'm not doing it in a mean or negative way. I thought this was an interesting theory myself, right? I really did. And I do believe that some people do believe that a lot of this research, there are people that are correctly connected, and then there is people who are not correctly connected, and which it all has to make sense, right? But if the CPS lady is out of it, then the whole thing is it doesn't make any sense. Well, technically no, because technically, let me reread again before I say that. So Christy Fox Gibson, the head of CPS, was there and working with Candace. So she was there with Candace the week before. Someone went missing for the CPS stuff. Okay. Christy, the head of CPS, has a niece. Her name is Stephanie Kirk, which is that one lady that I showed the picture with the other lady, and I said, this is who she thinks responsible. Stephanie Kirk is, so the head of CPS has a niece. That lady is friends or works with Candace's sister and the brother-in-law. What's weird is the whole interview room thing and why She freaked out when she asked about Jose. She actually thought he caught her. That's why she started freaking out. Okay, I now remember that interview. Interview room was asking about the other Jose. Okay, that's why she says there's a freak out there. I don't know. It's tough to break down. There's some connections there. There are some people that are related. There's some of this, and there's some of, and there's some of that. But it's all got to come together for me, man. Anyhow, what do y'all think about it? I did try to put your stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? I think it was good research, to be honest with you. I think it's really good research. I love it here in Texas. You guys are, I'm way behind on the comments. Give me a sec. Half of it is YouTube cray. We can do that. It doesn't make sense. I agree with that. Does she have a sister? Where? Oh, yeah. How do you know? Well, if it was, if you can prove it, give me the receipts. Probably need more time, huh? You know what? Don't rush him. Don't rush him. All right. We'll talk. We'll talk. I'm about to end it. We'll talk then. All right. So now what's happening is there may be some debunkage people. Well, I have to keep you updated. I tried to bring you a theory. I don't know. I don't listen, man. I just want to say this. I don't mind doing conspiracy hour. I like to do it. We used to do it a lot in the past. I try to do it not in a painful way towards any parents. I did it in the Kylie case. We used to do it a lot in the Kylie case. Remember, we any of my OGs, we actually called. Damn, who'd we call? We had conspiracy hour. We were, looking up numbers and shit. And I ended up calling somebody, confirming something. Nobody had confirmed yet. Just by doing this here, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind bringing any. You do research and stuff. I don't mind doing it. Just try to make it rock solid. The ladies now are saying that this might be somebody else, and if they find it to be somebody else, then I'll expose it and I'll bring receipts and show what the ladies have found out. But until then, I'm not going to out anybody because they did research and this is what they think. But we'll have to just see what happens. But I promise you, if the ladies do the work, you guys already know I will do the live. It'll be tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll make time tomorrow to do it. But yeah, man, that's all I have for you guys, really. Oh yeah, there is something else I wanted to show you guys. I could barely hear. I could barely hear Candace. I don't know who she was with. Candace likes to use Facebook. I don't ever like call people on that. And she likes the interaction, like you can see people and stuff like that. And I get it. I used to use it back in the day, but I can't hear you that good. I don't know who you're with. I don't know if you know I'm live. I'm not gonna, I mean, it's just a question at the same time. I get it, but I wouldn't want people doing that to me. And I wouldn't want to be in that spot, Oh, I wanted to show you something else. What's crazy is, on a side note, while I look for this, Trev and his lies, I actually am working 12 hours a day. This entire week I did, and next week I'm working 12-hour days. It ain't easy. But to hear him lie about it is just comical. You know what I'm saying? He probably isn't working 12-hour days driving his car, So I'll leave you guys with a laugh. And anybody ever can jump on this panel and grab the link. We had a troll in the beginning, and I would have done it, but they never do. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to show you that they also delete comments. I've been going on a tour of the YouTube streets, and I've been leaving comments in all the worst tragedy pimp channels chats. And I happened to leave this on Ernie Shells the other day. He was talking about some guy named Mason or some shit like that. And I said, Mr. Shell has to have a blown out butthole due to his hobby and obsession with dildos. I bet his tater hole has more miles on it than a 67 Chevy. And magically, it is erased and not there, right? But he'll never come up. Just thought I'd share that with you. Because when they leave comments, I'll comment back, It's crazy. We have to stop doing that on YouTube. There needs to if YouTubers want to fight and stuff, that's fine. Do it on a panel. All these videos and stuff, it's getting lame, people. It's getting lame. 2026, we got to make it different. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I tried to share you a theory. Don't know how far it got. It might have gotten itself in trouble, actually, from what I'm learning. But I'll keep you updated. And Trev, I just wanted to show you those shenanigans because I will be doing a parody following this very soon. I don't know where my comments went. It's pissing me off. There they go. All right, where are we at? The ladies are on it. We got the whole farm pissed off. And again, massive apology to Diamonds. If I'm wrong, y'all, I do not have a problem at all owning it, and I was. So I apologize to that woman. I was dead ass wrong. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Something tells me though, we'll be back real soon with the ladies uncover. Peace. What's up, guys? Hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe to my clip channel at WHITEBOY Radio Clips, and in the description box is the link to be a member. Become a member if you can. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart. Peace.